Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Michaela South. I am a professional makeup artist, and today I want to share with you how to apply blush with your fingertips. And I'm going to share two ways to apply blush. One is onto the apples of the cheek. It gives a very energetic, fresh, glowing look, great to have in your back pocket of makeup tricks when you're feeling tired and you want to brighten up your complexion. And the other way that I commonly apply blush is on the high points of the cheekbone. This gives a more sculpted cheek look. Maybe on days when you're feeling like you want to sculpt and shape the face a little bit more, and when you want to have a slightly more professional, polished look to the face. Before you apply your blush, you want to consider the formula. Some cream blushes are made into a stick, some are in little cream pots or compact, and I've even seen the ones in the squeezy tubes. Those are becoming popular these days. And it's important to understand the type of formula because some of them will sink in very, very fast and you've got to kind of blend them in fast. Others allow you a little more time to control the product and kind of move it across your cheek a little bit easier. So there's two general ways that I like to apply blush. I'm going to show you how to do that today. One is applied to the apples of the cheeks. I'm going to teach you how to locate that on yourself. And this type of blush, I think, is a very energetic, uplifting, perky, if you will, style of blush. And it's great on days when you're feeling a little tired. And the other way of blush that I like to apply is on the high points of the cheekbone. And that is going to help contour your cheek a little bit more, gives a little bit more sculpting. Maybe you want to use the high cheekbone blush for a day when you're feeling maybe you want a little more sculpting to your cheeks. And I think it gives a very polished, clean look to the face. So that could be great for a business meeting or a professional setting to apply that kind of blush. So I'm gonna jump right in and show you how I like to apply blush. The main thing is that you want to use your finger pad. You want to take your finger, whether it's in a pot like this or on a stick like this. I like to warm up the product and put some of the color on the finger pad. And you really, really don't need much. That's the thing with cream blush. You can always add and build up more color. It's much easier to build the blush than to take a big scoop of it, put it on your skin, and then you've got two big, giant streaks of blush on your face, or you just got the color concentrated too fast. So start slow, work your way into it. You have a little bit of color on the pad of my fingertip. And what we're gonna do on this side of my face is we're gonna apply it to the apples of the cheeks. It's really easy to do. You just smile and you can kind of feel on your own cheek where the kind of meatiest part of your cheek is. So it's gonna be where when you smile, your cheek protrudes the most. You can kind of feel like there's this little extra pad of skin or fat there. And that is where we wanna focus the majority of the color onto the apples of the cheeks. And I put it on the highest point of that, and then I'm gonna blend it in with my finger. So I'm keeping the color concentrated on the apples of my cheeks, and I'm not moving the product over too far up my cheekbone and over where I've contoured. I want to keep the color right there, and oftentimes what I'll do, I'll take a clean finger, so maybe my pointer finger, and I'll go back over on the edges, and you can diffuse the color and blend it a little bit more into the skin, into the foundation, so that you're not moving everything around. You're kind of pressing and lightly diffusing that color so that you don't really see where the blush begins on your face. It just seamlessly blends in. And I'm gonna apply just a little bit more because you can always add more. It's hard to go backwards once you apply too much blush. So once you have the color on your cheek, I'm just gonna add a little bit more to that highest point where my cheek pad is and concentrate the color in little circles. So now we've got the blush on, sort of the apples of the cheeks. On this side of my face, I'm gonna apply blush to the high points of my cheekbone for a blush contoured effect. So for this, you wanna feel on your cheeks and you can see where the high point of your cheek is. So you kind of wanna locate that for yourself. And instead of concentrating the color when you smile on the apples of your cheeks, we're going to just kind of see for ourselves, and you can locate this on your own face, where your high cheekbone is. And you can start to apply the blush there. And you can see already that this is, moving that blush out onto the high points of the face. And we're gonna blend it in with our finger. When I apply blush on the high cheekbone like this, I do sort of pull the color up towards that tail end of the brow. Obviously, you're not going up towards the brow, but in that direction, you want to have kind of an angle here going up the side of your face, and you're just diffusing the color out. So you're just blending on that high cheekbone and also blending down. And for me, I did have on just a little bit of contour today, so I like to kind of melt those two together ever so slightly and keep that blush on this outer perimeter of the face. So you can see the difference of the two blush styles. This side, you can see that the blush is concentrated on the apples of the cheeks. It's a little more concentrated there. It's a little bit perkier, brighter, adds dimension to the skin. Whereas on this side of the face, you have a little bit more of a sculpting blush effect, and it's a much more smooth transition into the outer perimeter of the face. I hope this quick blush tutorial was helpful. I get tons of questions about how I like to apply blush. I love cream blushes. I'll probably have a separate video at some point on how I like to apply liquids and powders and other styles and formulas of blushes. So let me know if you have any questions in the comment section below. As always, make sure you're subscribed. Say hello to me over on Instagram. I'll post everything in my blog post at MichaelaSouth.com, and I'll see you soon.